If you need Subway Surfers gameplay, flashing text, and a new camera angle every 3 seconds just to pay attention, do yourself a massive favor and click off this video right now. This channel is not here to babysit your fried dopamine receptors. There are no visual effects coming to save you. This is pure, unedited reality, delivered like an audiobook for your survival. If you cannot handle sitting in silence and absorbing a brutal truth, you are already the exact prey the system is looking for. But if your mind is still intact, listen very closely. I am about to tear down the biggest lie your teachers, your parents, and society have been feeding you since the day you were born. They told you to be nice. They told you that if you are a good person, if you never offend anyone, if you always say yes, and if you constantly put others before yourself, the universe will magically reward you with respect and wealth. Look around. Look at the real world. Are the nice people you know the ones driving the economy? Are they the ones with absolute financial freedom, universal respect, and control over their own time? Or are they exhausted, underpaid, constantly passed over for promotions, and silently suffocating under the weight of everyone else's demands? Here is the dark psychology fact that is going to sting. Being nice is not a virtue. It is a defense mechanism. It is a subconscious manipulation tactic used by people who are entirely too weak to handle conflict. You think you are being kind. You think you are being a good person. But the brutal reality is that you are just being harmless. And in the ruthless marketplace of life and business, harmless people are never respected. They are consumed. The people at the top of the food chain do not pay you or respect you because you are pleasant to be around. They pay you because you are undeniable. They respect you because you have boundaries made of iron. If you want to understand exactly why your bank account is empty, why people constantly talk over you, and why you feel entirely stuck in your life, you have to understand the massive, invisible difference between being nice and being highly valued. Let us break down exactly why the nice guy or the nice girl is mathematically guaranteed to fail in the game of wealth and status. When you operate from a place of just wanting to be liked, you are constantly negotiating against yourself. You undercharge for your services. You work overtime for a boss who doesn't even know your last name. You let friends drain your energy because you are terrified of the word no. I want you to visualize those dark, luxurious, aesthetic mood boards you see on Pinterest. You know the exact ones. The matte black sports cars, the dimly lit skyline apartments with floor-to-ceiling windows, the impeccably tailored suits, the quiet luxury lifestyle. You pin those images to your vision board because you want that life. But you have to understand a brutal truth. Not a single person living that Pinterest aesthetic got there by being a people pleaser. They did not acquire that ultimate level of freedom by letting other people dictate their schedule or by avoiding uncomfortable conversations. They got there by becoming highly competent and completely ruthless about their boundaries. Respect is a currency, and just like money, it is subject to the universal laws of supply and demand. When you are always available, when you agree with everything everyone says, and when you instantly drop your own goals to help someone else build theirs, you are massively oversupplying your time. You make yourself incredibly cheap, and the market, whether it is your friends, your employer, or your high-ticket clients, never respects what is cheap. To become highly valued, you have to undergo a massive, deeply uncomfortable psychological shift. You must completely stop seeking validation and start commanding leverage. Leverage means you have something the market desperately needs, and you do not apologize for the price tag. When you walk into a room, you should never be thinking, I hope they like me. You should be thinking, I am the most valuable asset in this room, and my time is incredibly expensive. This is not about being evil, and it is certainly not about being a bully. Bullying is just another pathetic form of weakness. This is about becoming dangerous. A dangerous person is someone who is highly capable, heavily armed with high-income skills, but has absolute control over their actions. They have a sword, but they choose to keep it sheathed. A nice person doesn't even have a sword. They are just smiling, entirely defenseless, hoping nobody attacks them. The world does not reward harmless people. It ignores them. It steps over them. If you want to stop being a stepping stone, you have to forge your sword. You have to start saying no, without giving a long apologetic explanation. You have to let people be disappointed in you. You have to become completely comfortable with the fact that your boundaries will offend people who are benefiting from you having none. Every single time you choose your own growth over someone else's comfort, you are casting a vote for your future self. The moment you actually decide to execute this shift, the immediate reaction from your circle will not be applause. It will be absolute, unfiltered anger. When you stop being the nice person, you disrupt the entire ecosystem around you. The people who have been comfortably feeding off your time, your energy, and your inability to say no are going to panic. They will call you selfish. They will tell you that you have changed. They will try to guilt trip you into reverting back to the weak, compliant version of yourself that they could easily control. This is the exact moment where 99% of people break. They feel the uncomfortable friction of disapproval, they panic, and they immediately apologize and go right back to being a stepping stone. If you want to actually build an empire, you have to do the exact opposite. You have to lean into that friction. You must become entirely comfortable being the villain in someone else's story if it means becoming the hero in your own. You need to conduct a ruthless, uncompromising audit of your life starting this exact second. Look at every single relationship, every commitment, and every habit you currently have. Who is extracting value from you, and who is adding to it? The friend who only texts you when they need to vent about the same self-inflicted drama? Cut them off. The boss who expects you to answer emails at 10 p.m. for a salary that barely beats inflation? Start planning your exit strategy today. Think about the images you save for inspiration. You know the ones. The dark, cinematic Pinterest boards filled with minimalist workspace setups, multi-monitor trading desks, matte black watches, and quiet, secluded luxury villas. You look at those Pinterest aesthetics and you think they represent money. You are completely wrong. They represent absolute, unapologetic sovereignty. They represent a life built by someone who aggressively protected their time and refused to negotiate their worth with small-minded people. You cannot physically build that hyper-focused elite reality if your daily schedule is entirely dictated by the demands of average people. It is a mathematical impossibility. So how do you actually start enforcing this? You master the art of the cold, unapologetic no. From this day forward, you are banning the word sorry from your vocabulary when it comes to your time. When someone asks you to do something that does not align with your massive goals, you do not write a massive 3-paragraph text explaining why you cannot do it. You do not make up a fake excuse about being busy. You look them in the eye, or you send a single message and you say, "I cannot commit to this right now," and then you completely shut your mouth. You let the silence hang there. You let them feel the weight of your boundary. But establishing boundaries is only half of the equation. You cannot demand high-level respect from the marketplace if you are completely useless. You cannot be a king if you have no kingdom. Once you have violently cut away the distractions and the parasitic relationships, you are going to find yourself with a massive amount of free time. This is the isolation phase. This is where you lock yourself in a room for the next 6 months and become entirely undeniable. You take all of that reclaimed energy and you pour it directly into a high-leverage, high-income skill. You learn how to write copy that prints money. You learn how to build sales funnels. You learn the deep psychology of closing high-ticket deals. You build a weapon, because when you combine ironclad personal boundaries with a lethal, highly valuable skill set, you stop being a participant in the economy and you start becoming a force of nature. You go from begging for a seat at the table to completely owning the building. Stop asking for permission to be successful. Stop waiting for someone to reward you for being nice. The universe does not reward the nice. It rewards the bold, the competent, and the completely relentless. If this video finally shattered the illusion you have been living in, you know exactly what to do. Hit the subscribe button to join the 1% who are actually executing on this knowledge. Turn your phone on airplane mode. Burn the bridges that are holding you back and get to work. I will see you at the top.